Hey, good day, everyone. So for this meeting, for this discussion, we will focus on the first part of the chapter 14 of the Physics 25.3 course. And chapter 14 is all about uh, electricity. So in a way, this is again continuation gyapon sa chapter 13 na tong discussion, which is about electrostatics. So sa electrostatic condition, we basically discuss the interaction of charges when they are at rest. And then here in electricity, we're now dealing with the interaction of charges which are now in motion. So uh, first thing first, we have to define an electric circuit as a closed loop of conducting path where electric charges can move within. So again, an electric circuit is a closed loop of conducting path. So that means say you have a kuan or it's a loop, it's a path nga closed loop nga path, conducting path in which ang mga electrons, the moving particles nimo can move within. So mura siya mag-flow within the conductor kibali. So the electric circuit serves as a medium in transferring energy from one place to another. So idea sa electricity is basically it's an electrical energy, so which is carried by our electric charges. So, most common na 'to nga mga devices containing circuits are the following. So, we have flashlights, the circuits in our gadgets, radios, and TV, and even the electrical wirings at our home. So, this contains electric circuit. And even also our body is also the flow of our the veins or the nerves. I'm not sure if it's the nerves or the veins, but rather sa ato pong body mismo kay nagyamon tay electric circuit sa atong body kibalisan. So current is basically defined as the motion of charge from one region to another region. So again, it's the motion of the charge from one region to another region. Now, if you do remember in electrostatic condition, the electric field inside the conductor is zero everywhere. So, although we know that electrons are free to move within the material of the conductor, they don't escape the material since they are attracted to the positive ions of the material. So, although na ay movement ang atong mga electrons diyan, they cannot, di sila pwede basta-basta makakuan, maka-escape sa ato ang sa material kay they are again as I've mentioned, they are attracted to the positive ions in the material. So in this case here, in electrostatic condition when there's no electric field inside the conductor, the average motion of the electrons is simply equal. The average motion of all the electrons inside the conductor is simply equal to zero. So that means to say in electrostatic condition there is no net flow of charge in any direction. Hence there is no current. So on the other hand, in the presence of steady nga kuan electric field inside the conductor, so if nanatay electric field inside the conductor karon, so as you notice here, notice na to nga ang particle na to or atong mga particle, it would undergo random change in its direction, and this random change in the direction of the motion is now defined as the drift velocity of the electrons. So this results in net current in the conductor. So for example, kibali, let's say for example in this case, we can consider that nga ang atong electric field is kanang kuan man siya, it's moving to the sa we have an electric field here which goes to the right or points to the right rather. So in this particular nga situation, again, ang electric field na to is pointing to the right. And if you can remember, di ba, sa discussion na to, when we say electric field, the direction of or the electric field are always away from a positive charge and towards a negative na charge. So what this means to say, if we have a uniform electric field in the conductor, is most likely on the farthest end of the conductor, we can consider most likely nga murag diani kay namatay electric field nga padlong sa right. So here we can consider nga on the left end part of the conductor natin murag accumulation of positive charges diyan to, and then on the other side is on the other end sad is that napunta accumulation of negative charges, and this accumulation of the charges results to a steady nga electric field within the conductor nato. Now, because of those kwan of the electric field, kibali atong nga na-mention nato nga katong padulong sa ride. So ang mahitabo karon, ang imong electrons nga naa sa imong conductor karon kay siyempre it would then be subjected to an electric force. Kaya 'di ba remember kung natay electric field, it means to say na may encounter nga electric force ang imong charge. And because of that electric force somehow it would cause the drift motion of our electrons. So remember by the idea of the interaction of charges nga charges like charge repel and opposite charges attract. So as I mentioned ako dani since ang atong electric field kay padulong man sa right, so most likely on the left side daghan tag positive charges didto, and then sa right side daghan tag negative nga charge. So in this case we can consider nga ang electrons nato nga nasa conductor would tend to move to the left kay bali kay mo attract man sila sa positive charge. So it moves opposite to the direction of the electric field nato. And because of this movement of the electrons, so basically mao na ni siya ang atong gina-consider karon nga nanatay current karon sa ato ang conductor. So there is a net flow of negative charges to the left, and in this case kung tanaw nato kung ang mga electrons nato kay somehow mainat siya padulong sa left nato or atong mga negative charges sa atong mga electrons ay murag mag-move towards the left. This also indicates nga on the right side part of the conductor, that means to say na deficient sa electrons. So kung na deficient sa electrons, that means to say dito nga part kay it's most likely more positive siya. So mo nang diani there's a net flow of negative charges to the left, and there's a net flow of positive charges to the right. So katong gina-consider nato nga kuan katong ang motion or ang murag net flow sa mga positive charges, mao to tong gina-consider nga conventional direction for our current. So the conventional current is directed in the direction where there is a flow of positive charges. So kani for example, 'di ba kani these are our electrons moving to the left. So with that regards, uh, there's a movement of the positive charges to the right na dayon, and that would be our conventional nga current na dayon. So how do we calculate the current? So current is basically defined as the net charge flowing through the area per unit time. So in other words, it's just charge over time ang ato ang current na to. So kung pila ka charge over the time or over a given na time or in a given time span na to. In other words, sad, if you do remember, di ba, sa to ang discussion sa electrostatics, I mentioned before nga the charges base the charge rather the charge or the charges obey two important principles, and that is the those were rather the koan conservation of charge, and you have the quantization of charge. So quantization of charge says that nga or states that ang charge nato sa isa ka body, isa ka electrically charged na body is basically in an integer multiple of our the basic unit of our charge, which is the charge of an electron or the charge of a proton. So what this means to say is that in the equation na to nga I equals Q times Q divided by T here, ang capital Q na to, this means to say this is just this also means to say nga ang Q na to is also a multiple integer of the electrons na nag-move within sa ato ang conductor. So the SI unit for the current is in ampere, and 1 ampere is equivalent to 1 coulomb per second. Now, ang current sad nato can be expressed in terms of the number of particles that would move through a given region or through a given part sa imong conductor. So here we define or we have the equation nga ang atong I nato is given by our NQVD times A. So N here is ang concentration of particles nato. So for example, sa isa ka given nga area, pila man ka particles ang mo flow ana. And the end, ang value sa atong concentration of particles kay usahay kay mag-matter pud ni siya kung unsa ang type sa ato ang kuan conductor nga gamiton. Ang Q na to dinhi, this is simply the charge of our electron. Kaya ang electron man jud basically ang mag-move dinhi when they would be subjected to the electric field. And VD here is now our drift velocity. So, di ba, motong yung ganina nga, when there's an electric field inside the conductor, there's a drift motion of the charges within the conductor. And that drift motion is defined by the drift velocity or the drift speed of our electrons. And A here is the cross-sectional area of our conductor. This is the section in which dito move flow or move flow into or flow out of the conductor ang imuhang mga charges. So again, I it can be expressed as Q over T, and also I can be expressed as NQVD times A. We also defined here another quantity, which is the current density J here. And this is simply the current per cross-sectional area. In other words, mathematically, we can write this one as J is equal to I over A. And since our I is equal to NQVD times A, ang J na to would be simply NQVD, NQ times V sub D, na dayon. So, kana po ang atong kwan, ang atong kwan. So, the current density has as its SI unit is ampere per meter squared. And bear in mind that current density is a vector quantity, but ang current nato is not a vector quantity. So just remember that one. So current density is a vector quantity, but current is not a vector quantity. Okay. So remember that current and current density are always in the same direction as the electric field. So remember sad kung padulong ang atong electric field, in most cases mao pod na ang direction sa ato ang or not in most cases, mao pod na siya ang generally mao pod na ang direction sa ato ang electric current nato sa atong conductor. So we now define here our one very important law here in electricity, and that is the Ohm's law. So although we have already discussed last time nga atong Ohm's law sa part 2 ani nga chapter, is natong na-discuss last meeting nga ang Ohm's law is given by the equation nga V is equal to IR. But that equation is somehow na-derive na siya gikan jud sa original or pinaka-basic na equation nato sa Ohm's law, which is kaning equation na to nga E is equal to rho times J. E here is the electric field. Rho, as we have already discussed previously said, is the resistivity of the material, and J here is the current density. So accordingly, the current density J is nearly directly proportional to the electric field for some materials. And this is the materials that we're referring here nga mo-obey sa Ohm's law are these are now what we call the ohmic conductors. So meaning to say katong mukuan siya ang behavior niya as linear nga relationship between the electric field and the kuan and the current density. So kana siya. So the ratio of the magnitude of E and J for the ohmic materials is constant. So accordingly, for any material, ang ratio sa electric field ug sa current density niya regardless pag pila na siya would be constant. So and this quantity is now what we called the resistivity of the material, and it's the ability of the material to oppose the flow of the electric current. And the SI unit of the resistivity is in voltmeter per ampere, or as na-mention ako before, this is simply ohm meter. And here, the greater the resistivity, the greater the electric field required to cause a given current density, or in other words, the greater the resistivity, the smaller the current density caused by a given electric field. On the other hand, since we have already mentioned conductors are materials that would easily allow electrons to move within the conductor. So we also define here as if the resistivity is the ability of the material to resist or oppose the flow of the electric charges in the conductor. Ang ato pong conductivity dianhi is the ability of a conductor to mobilize or allow charges electric to mobilize electric charges, allow electric charges to move within the conductor. And in other words, ang ato ang conductivity is simply the reciprocal of our resistivity. So if our resistivity is the ratio of the ratio of electric field to current density, ang conductivity is also the reverse of that ratio. So you have the ratio of the current density to the electric field. So it's SI unit is in ampere per voltmeter. Okay. So remember that we have some following remarks here nga ang perfect conductor has zero resistivity. So meaning to say it would most likely allow the charges to flow. And examples of these are superconductors. So we also have perfect insulator having zero conductivity or infinite nga resistivity, and these are also what we call ideal insulator. On the other hand, we have, as I mentioned na ako before, we also have semiconductors as materials having both property of a conductor and insulator. So the resistivities can be tailored between ay conductor and in an insulator kibali. So pwede siya ma-tailor, what I mean to say is ma-adjust depende sa kung sa pwede niya nga magamitan. So ang resistivity pod sa atoang material or sa any conductor nato kay it's also dependent on the temperature of the temperature of your the wire or the conductor. So here we have the equation. If you do remember in our chapter 12 na discussion on temperature and heat, we have discussed na there is what we call the thermal expansion of our objects when it is heated. So in the same case here, the equation is almost similar to that equation that we have discussed na there would be an increase in the resistivity of the material when the material is heated. So kanina equation kung maka-remember mo sa thermal expansion na to, have the equation as the change in the dimension is equal to the coefficient of expansion times the initial dimension times the change in temperature. So notice nga kung kaning rho sub zero na ako times 1 man na siya then kaning ako pa rin i-multiply gyapon sa kaning second term, somehow mo arrive ta ra gyapon sa equation nga kanang kani siya nga equation katong the same atong gi-discuss before nga change in rho is or change in rho is equal to uh, alpha times rho sub zero times the change in t. But remember ha nga although we're using alpha here, it's not the same alpha as what we have kanang used in chapter 12 kato kay kuan man to coefficient of thermal expansion or thermal linear expansion kanidanhi ang alpha nato, these are now the temperature coefficient of resistivity, although parehas sa gyapon og unit gihapon ang atong temperature coefficient nato. So we have the different values for the alpha and the resistivities of the different materials for kuan. You can look through the university physics nga book. Sorry, this is not university physics nga book. But still, you can still find that one in the university physics book yapon na ay mga references nito or na ay mga table of kanang resistivities dito and temperature coefficient for different nga materials. So, if you do remember, we discussed already nga ang electric field, ang atong potential difference in a uniform nga electric field is given by the equation nga V is equal to E times D, or simply, in other words, if you have a conductor having a length L, so if ang kanang nga conductor kay na siya uniform nga electric field, ang voltage or ang potential difference sa imuhang from one end to another end of the conductor is given by the equation nga E times L. So for example, kanina nga case danhi, as we notice or in this diagram, as we notice here, ang electric field na to is padulong sa right or padulong pa inward dadto. And in that direction nga kung aha padulong ang imong electric field, normally ang atong voltage dana or ang atong potential na to is that would be assigned as higher potential to lower potential. So in terms of potential energy, meaning to say the farther it is from the starting point, nagagamay ang iyang potential energy. So remember sad from our equation sa current density nga J is equal to I over A. Then from that one, we also have our current as given by which would be given by J times A. Now going back sa atong equation sa Ohm's law, di ba? Or katong correct na to or original na to nga equation sa Ohm's law katong E is equal to rho times J. Remember, natay E di adto og J. So, using the previous nga relationship nga ang V is equal to EL and I is equal to J times A, pwede na to makuha ang E nato diani from this equation is simply V over L and then ang ato ang J is I over A. So, with that equations now nga ang V is equal to ang E is equal to V over L and J is equal to I over A. If we substitute that one back to the Ohm's law, then that would then be V over L is equal to rho I over A. So, notice nga pwede na ako ibalhin ang L sa pikas nga side. So, kung akong ibalhin sa pikas nga side ang L, we now have a term nga which should look like V is equal to rho L over A times I. So, 'di ba kung maka-remember mo sa Ohm's law na 'to, ang atong equation sa Ohm's law is given with equation nga V is equal to I times R. So, you have V equal to I times R. So, that means to say, kaning term nga na ay rho L of A karon, rho L over A, this is now our kuan, the resistance of the conductor. So, when when the material is constant or the same lang nga material ang atong gamiton, so constant ang atong rho, so ang imuhang V is proportional to the current kibali. So the ratio for the voltage to I for a particular conductor is now what we call the resistance R and it's given with the equation na rho L over A. So for ohmic materials, if rho is constant, then R is also constant for a given length and for a given cross-sectional area of your conductor. And here, our SI unit for our resistance is now in ohms. So we have 1 ohm which is equal to 1 volt over or 1 volt per ampere. So from that relationship na din, since our R is now given as rho L over A, dito na din nato na derive ang pinaka-common nga equation sa Ohm's law which is ang V is equal to IR. So, similarly sad, if ang ato ang resistivity varies with temperature, ang resistance sad nato mag-vary sad sa temperature. So, as we have already defined ganina nga ang R is equal to rho L over A. So, from that equation, if we get the equation for our resistivity, that would be rho, R times A or all over L rather. So, kung tanaw na to, atong i-substitute na sa atong equation ang equation sa atong raw na to, then makita na to nga makancel ang A ug ang L. Then we now have the equation gyapon nga R sub T is equal to R sub O times the quantity 1 plus alpha change in temperature. Or in other words, the change in the resistance of the conductor is equal to the uh, temperature coefficient alpha times R sub zero, the initial resistance of the conductor, times the change in the temperature of the conductor. So, pasabot, okay, dara. So, motong gingon delta R is equal to RT minus R sub zero, and that is alpha, R sub zero, change in temperature. So, pasabot gyapon nga as atong i-increase ang temperature, i-increase pud nato ang resistance. So one very good example of this idea or this application of the variation of resistance sa temperature is kanang the instant nga i-open na to ang kanang ang atong mga light or ang atong mga ang atong mga light. Like for example ang fluorescent lamp nato or baka ang pinaka observable jud kayo ani kay kanang sa kuan incandescent ka bulb katubig kanang yellow nga bulb bitaw. So notice balik ta sa Ohm's law nga 'di ba you have V is equal to IR. So the equation also states as na mention ako before nga ang ang I is directly proportional to the voltage and inversely proportional to the resistance. So kung mo increase ang resistance, mo gamay ang current. So notice that one ha. Again, remember that one. If mo increase ang resistance, mo gamay sad ang imong increase ang resistance, mo gamay ang current. Now every time we switch on our incandescent bulb. Normally At the start, at the moment nga or wa pa na nimo na switch on ang imong ang bulb nimo, gamay pa kayong temperature sa imong filament sa imong bulb ana. So mo nang inig kuha nimo ana, inig switch on nimo sa imong bulb, hayag kaayang imong makita nga kuan grabe ka bright ang light nga ma-produce sa imong bulb ana at the instant nga i-switch on nimo ang bulb. But after a few seconds gyapon ma-notice nimo nga ang light kay mo start siya og ka-dim, meaning to say di na kay siya nga nakasakit ang iyahang brightness nga mahatag. So ang reason ana kay remember, the moment kay imo 'tong i-switch on, ang temperature sa imong filament sa imong incandescent bulb is ni-increase. So as nag-increase ang temperature sa imong filament, that means say nag-increase ang resistance, and since nag-increase ang resistance, nigamay ang current. So since gamay man ang current, that means say ang electrical energy nga na-deliver karon sa imong bulb is mas hinay na. So mo nang ang light niya kay medyo ni-dim na as compared to the point or to the time, the instant na imo siyang right the instant ka ini-switch on jud mismo nimo sa suga kibali. So that's the idea of the variation of the temperature, I mean resistance with temperature. Now we also have here, as no, as we have already discussed before, or ato na ning na-discuss sa part 2 nga ang resistors na to kay these are electrical devices that have specific value of resistances between its end. Now, I did not know if you have already encountered this one, but we have here usually ang ato ang kuan, ang ato ang resistors are basically kanang kuan, naa siya kanang 4 ka color bands, and ang kanang 4 upat ka color bands kay mag-indicate na siya kung unsa ang iyahang resistance kibali. So particularly ang first three colors is mao jud na ang murag ang iyahang theoretical niya nga resistance, whereas ang fourth nga kuan ang fourth nga color is mao na ang iyahang kuan, mao na ang iyahang tolerance, or in other words, tolerance gani mingon tag ang range kung or unsa kung pila ang iyang actual nga value sa iyang resistance. So here we have, ang idea na is that ang atong colors is usually kaning kaning na-mention di ani sa kuan sa slide. You have black, brown, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, gray, and then white. So sa usual na ako ginabuhatan or para ma-memorize na ko na siya is ginikanan na ko na siya black, brown, and then Roy G. Viv, gray, and white. Again, black, brown, Roy G. Viv, gray, and then white. So kana sila tanan kay pulo na ka color. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So each corresponding a digit of 0 to 9. So single digit lang na sila. So particularly sa first digit ug sa second digit. Ang kaning sa multiplier nato, mingon tag multiplier, that means say murag ang kaning manggong first ug second digit na to, or first two color bands na to, ato lang buhaton is iabay lang nato ang mga number nga mo correspond sa color. Like for example, di ba di ani kaning nga diagram natay green o kaning kuan o kaning violet. So that means to say ang green nato is 5, ang violet nato kay 7. So that would mean to say that for this example or for this particular nga si resistor, ang value niya as a digit is 57, but it's not directly 57 ohms. E napamantay third nga color band, which is ang multiplier. So ang multiplier nato is mo na yung i-multiply nato sa imong 57. So remember, dani this would be considered as red. So ang red nato kay 10 to the 2. So 10 to the 2, then that means to say that is 100. So 57 times 100. So that means say the resistance of this resistor kaning nasa figure would be 5,700 ohms. So muna ang yung theoretical. At since naman tayo ginaingon nga tolerance, meaning to say, ang tolerance is muna ang murag mohatag og percentage kung pila may murag plus minus adang sa imuhang na measured nga resistance nga 5,700 kung imong imong i-actual og measure ang resistance anang imong kuan ana imong resistor naa siya within ato nga range kibali sa katong tolerance nimo. So I think this would be considered as gray, so lahi pod ang value sa tolerance nato for gray. But notice lang for the first three colors, manotice nimo, di ba? Kung manotice ninyo, ang value sa digit ug sa multiplier kay manotice na to nga particularly gikan sa red natay 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 taman sa 9. Pero sa multiplier makita po nato nga ang 10 kay gi-raise lang nato to exponent of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So in other words kaning gyapong 1 ug 10 nato for black and brown, the same gyapon din nga 10 gihapon na siya gi-raise og exponent po. Ang exponent niya is 10 to the 0 and 10 to the 0 is 1 and 10 to the 1 is simply 10 ra gihapon. So manang sa ako ang ang sa kung ako'y magkuan ani, ang usually akong memorization is kanilang 0 to 9 nga value sa black, brown, black for 0, brown for 1, and then Roy GB mo follow, Roy, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet, and then gray, white. So kana silang pulo ka colors mao nang mo correspond sa single digit nga number which is 0 to 9 na dayon. So kana siya. Now, for a conductor to have a steady current, so it must be a part of a path that forms a closed loop or a complete nga circuit. And the only way nga ma-complete ang imong circuit is that dapat naay portion nga for example in this case kung makita nato dianhi ang atong electric field sa conductor mo yung nag-cause karon sa imong current dianha. And then dianhi karon ah na-build up nga mahitabo sa imong current diyan sa ato ang charges nato diani. So mamutong ingon di ba na separation sa atong charges, so the negative charges would move to the left and then ang positive charges would somehow na-flow sa positive charges to the right na dayon. So in this case karon mahulog na day nato siya dianhi nga since naa may kay ganina di ba ningon ko ganina nga murag mo consider nato nga ang imong mga negative charges kay ma-attract sa positive. So pasabot ana kung nay-build up sa imong charges sa one side o sa other side, ma-consider nato nga nanabot tay equal amount of electric field nga mo cancel out sa katong electric field nga initially nag-create sa current nato. So ang mahitabo diani karon is that ang sa complete nga circuit dapat katong mga charges nato dili to mag-build up on one end. So dapat continuous to siya nga murag mag-flow from sa loop kibali. So charge Q goes around a complete nga circuit and mo return sa iyang starting point. And ah kung in terms of the energy karon sa imong charge Q as mo move siya balik sa iyang starting point, ang potential energy niya must be the same at the end as that of the beginning. So kung pila ang iyang pag-start diadto, inigbalik niya sa end ato ana nga endpoint, dapat the same ra gyapon ang iyang potential energy. But remember nga as ang imong charge travels along the conductor, it delivers a potential energy or it delivers electrical energy, and that energy decreases. So when the charge moves through the material, so that means to say there must be some part on the device in which nga instead nga nag-decrease ang imong potential, there should be a part on the device nga ang imong potential kay ga-increase. So, meaning to say, di ba gingon ganina kung maka-remember mo sa katong drawing ay katong sa diagram ganina nga sa electric field nato nga ang flow sa atong current ato is from higher potential to lower potential. So there must be a part pud karon sa ato ang kwan. So in the essence nga ingon ta nga there must be a part sa circuit nato nga ang potential mag-increase. So it follows that there also must be a part in which the current move from the lower potential to the higher potential. And kana siya nga part karon sa imong circuit, that is now what we call the EMF or the electromotive force. So katong mga gipang discuss na to nga mga battery na to before, those are now our electromotive force. And this is the influence that makes the current flow from lower to the higher potential. And although it's named as vaguely named as electromotive force, this is not a force, but rather this is like an electric potential. Kaya ang unit ani niya is volts man. So related din siya sa voltage lagi hapon nato. So, dianhi ang ato ang kuan ang imong again sa EMF nato sa atong battery, ang imong flow sa imong current would move from the negative terminal to the positive terminal. O so motong gingon last time ng negative terminal, that is usually our lower potential, and then ang positive terminal, that is now our higher potential nato. So we have here an ideal source of EMF daw. An ideal source of EMF is that wala tay internal resistance sa imuhang battery. So walay internal resistance sa imong battery. So that means to say ang kaning VAB, by the way, nato mo nang ginatawag nato nga terminal voltage nato. So di ba na-mention naman ako natay positive terminal and negative terminal. So ang terminal voltage sa imong battery would be equal to the EMF if walay internal resistance ang ato ang battery. But if ang ato ang battery is a real source of EMF, so usually naadyo na siya kanang as the charge moves within the battery, it encounters internal resistance. And when that happens, instead nga kuan equal ang imong EMF o ang imong terminal voltage, then ang imong terminal voltage then would then be equal to the EMF minus IR. So in other words, sa isa ka battery, ang EMF nato is the maximum potential difference nga mahatag sa isa ka battery, labi na kung wala siya internal resistance. But if na siya internal resistance, then ang iyang terminal voltage is makuhaan og IR o makuhaan og kanang potential voltage nga related sa internal resistance dito sa imuhang battery kay bali. Okay. So remember also that we defined power as the time rate at which energy is delivered or extracted from a circuit na element. So you can see here nga ang ato ang power, which is the derivative of the work with respect to time. So since ang ato ang kuan din ni ang kung maka-remember ta sa ato ang kuan with sa chapter sa electrostatics nato, work is defined gihapon by Q times VAB. So kung ato nang i-substitute diri sa equation ang tong Q times VAB, ang Q pod nato, di ba, remember, is equal to, I mean, related ra gyapon sa current, which is now I times T. So with that one, if from the equation na to ang work kay V times Q, which is V times I times T, and then i-divide na to og time. So that's why our power becomes the equation for the power becomes VAB times ang I. So the SI unit for the power is again watt gyapon. So where in 1 watt is equal to 1 joule per second. And another equation nato for power, as mentioned ako before, is also we have from the Ohm's law equation na V is equal to IR. Then if ato tong i-substitute ang VAB sa nga IR, the aning equation, then mo na makakuha ta atong I squared times R. Then if we also use the equation nga I is equal to V over R, so i-substitute na to ang V over R sa imong equation sa I dianhi, then we have V squared over R put for the power. Okay. So mo to siya kani siya nakuha. Okay. So let's now try to discuss examples related to this topic. So let's start with the kuan. First, at review lang natong mga equations. So as we have already discussed a while ago, current is equal to charge over ang time, and it's also equal to NQVD times A. And then you have the current density, which is NQVD. Then we have the resistivity, which is E over J, or 1 over conductivity, or 1 over sigma. And we know that there's a dependence on the temperature for resistivity and resistance. And Ohm's law is now given by the equation nga I times R. And you have the resistance nga rho L over A. And you have the temperature and the temperature dependence of the resistance, which is given by that equation. And then if you have an ideal source of EMF, equal ang imong EMF sa imong terminal voltage, and it's simply equal to the IR. Okay, for example, if that battery is connected to a component having a resistance R, then the voltage of the battery, the component, is also equal to the EMF of the battery. So manang VAB is equal to IR. But for a real source, again, ang atong VAB would be equal to, again, by idea sa Ohm's law, VAB is equal to IR. So, for example, kani nga component, ang voltage ana niya kay equal sa terminal voltage imong battery. So, IR agya po na. But since na may internal resistance ang ato ang battery, so it would then become E minus IR, small r. Okay. So, however, notice lang kaning equation nga E minus IR, this is when we consider the battery to be the one charging the circuit sa iya hagikan ang potential or ang source or ang electrical energy. But di ba kung ato pong i-realize in the real nga mga situation or realistic nga mga situations, there are some cases in which the battery is also being charged. So if in cases gani nga ang battery kay gi-charge siya, pasabot di ana nga case karon nga ang dagan na pod sa imong current, di ba ningon ko ganina, sa isa ka circuit na to for a closed ka circuit para naay dagan sa electric field from from higher to lower para na delivery sa electrical energy, dapat na ay part sa circuit nga from lower to higher. So, which is mo ng EMF. Lower to higher ang flow sa imong current ha. But if ang flow sa imong EMF gani kay from higher to lower gyapon, that means to say nga ang imong EMF wala siya nag-serve as siya ang ga-charge or siya ang gahatag og source, but rather siya ang mahitabo kung E plus IR ang mahitabo sa imong equation sa imong terminal voltage. Mas dako ang imong terminal voltage kaysa sa imong EMF sa imong battery. That means to say nga siya ang gi-charge ana ang case. So mas gi-charge siya. So muna idea sa E plus IR na equation. And then we have again the equation for the power which is VAB times I. You have VAB squared over R and you have I squared R. I squared R. Or in other words, this is simply energy over time lang gihapon. Okay. So, anyway, kanila i-discuss na to ni power output of a source and power input to a source. So, what this real literally means lang is power output of a source. So, motong ingon ganina nga, if the battery is the one doing or providing the source, providing the energy, siya ang sa iya gikan ang kuan output kibali siya ang naghatag na siya power output. Pero if siya ang i-charge na i-input nga energy sa iyaha. So mo nang kanya nga tong equation. Okay. Let's now try to manata ni diri nga part sa part 2 na to sa electricity. So let's now try to solve the first example. A fuse in an electric circuit is a wire that is designed to melt and thereby open the circuit if the current exceeds a predetermined value. Suppose that the cylindrical wire to be used in a fuse melts when the current density rises to 440 amperes per centimeter squared and the wire has a diameter of 0.380 millimeter. So what is the value of the limiting current that will melt the fuse? And then letter B, it takes 2 seconds for the fuse to melt when that current pass through the wire. So in that duration, how many electrons could have passed through the wire? And then letter C, if the number of carriers, if the number of charge carriers or unit volume on the cylindrical wire is 1.24 times 10 to the 24 electrons per cubic meter, what is the drift velocity of the electrons that pass through the wire? So these are our given. We have the current density, the diameter of our wire, and then our unknowns are first is the value of the current. Then you have the in letter B, the number of electrons passing through the wire for a given time interval. And then what would be the drift velocity of all the or the average velocity of the electrons moving through that wire. So for the first part, we'll just use the equation for the current density since given naman tag current density ug ang diameter sa atong wire. So from that equation na J is equal to I over A, I would be J times A. And since our A is normally ang ato ang wire kay cylindrical man jud na siya in nature, so our area would most often pi r squared kibali. So mo na atong equation. But there are some cases nga na mga problems nga dili ka ng kuan, dili ah, circular ang iyang cross-sectional ang cross-section niya. So you have to be very careful in reading the problem. So again, you have I equals j times pi r squared here. So if you substitute, you have pi times pwede na ito igawas ang pi nato, and then you have 40 ampere per centimeter squared, and then you have 0.380 millimeter per kuan, divide by 2 kay radius naman ang atong gamiton, and this one is kuan man siya. So notice nga ang akong gibuhat diyan wala na nako siya gi-convert to SI unit ang kaning ampere per centimeter squared. Ang ako lang gibuhat is that para ma-achieve lang nako ang sana ang unit nga gi-desire nato, which is current, for the current ampere. So gina-make sure lang nako nga ang current density ug ang radius kay consistent og unit. So since naka-centimeter square man ang ato ang J, dapat pod nga ang ako ang millimeter nga radius is ako ra siyang gi-convert to, instead nga gi-convert nako to meter, i-convert lang nako to centimeter. And we know that 1 centimeter is only 10 centimeters. So that's why we have 1 over 10 here during a conversion. But since naka-squared man nimong r squared, so appeal, remember ha, appeal ang conversion factor sa pagka-squared. So mo nang manotice niyo dani naka-square pod ang kaning kuan, kaning conversion factor nato. And with that, the current through the wire is equal to 0.499 amperes, or that is approximately 0.5 amperes. Now, since the fuse meltdown after 2 seconds of 2 seconds, after 2 seconds, that amount of current passed through the wire, so we can then determine the number of electrons that move through it. So we can use the equation ng katong I is equal to Q over T, and ang atong ipangutan man is, di ba, ang number of electrons man. So as na-mention na nako ganina nga ang Q sa equation nato sa I is basically equal to uh, the integer multiple of the basic unit of charge, which is ang electron. So by quantization of charge nga principle, so dapat it's just a multiple of the electron kibali. So you have n times the charge of the electron dan ha. So rewriting this equation, our n then would be equal to I times the time, current times the time, divided by the charge of an electron. So the magnitude of the charge of an electron, to be precise. So you have 0.499 amperes times 2 seconds, divided by the charge of the electron, 1.0602 times 10 to the negative 19 coulomb. So there are a total of 6.23 times 10 to the 18 electrons that move through the wire, the cylindrical wire of the fuse. So kana siya. So this is just an idealistic ang problem ha. So does not necessarily mean to say nga murag correct ni siya nga pagka realistic kaya ni siya nga problem. So kuan lang ni siya, murag idealistic lang nato siya na dali nga murag para mas ma-apply na tong mga equations nga atong ni discuss ganina sa kuan sa concept. And then for letter C, the drift velocity of the electrons through the wire, then we obtain using the equation nga I is equal to NQVD times A. So katong na-mention ganina sa problem nga the number of charge carriers, that is again that is also the other name for the concentration of particles in the conductor. So we have N there, which is given naman to siya. So for this case, since ang atong ipangita kay ang V sub D man, we can then write this one as V sub D is equal to I over NQ times A. So anyway, ganina, di ba naman tayo equation dari sa area nga pi r squared. So, pwede ra jud pod nga at the start pa lang dari sa letter A, gisolve na ninyo pila ang value sa area. And then, katong nga value, mora po ito yung i-substitute dyan sa equation. So, dyan lang sa kuang solution nga gipakita karon. So, ako ang gipakita lang is, ako siyang gi-substitute sa equation, ang equation sa area. But again, you can still solve this first before ninyo i-substitute. So, just to make sure lang jud nga consistent ang ato ang units dani. So, for this part here, ang atong makuha for a while sa Let me check if naabay naman lidan eh. I do not know if this is correct but somehow dapat kuan ni siya. Mm, just double check this one. Kindly double check the value of this answer here. So supposedly dianhi kani dianhi nga part na dayon, we should have converted our kuan instead of 1 cm over 10 millimeter dani, we should have used the conversion of meter to millimeter, or 1 meter is equal to 1,000 millimeters na dapat. Kaya remember, ang ato ang charge carrier biya ganina is electrons per cubic meter. So meaning to say, dapat naka-meter siya para po ang atong drift velocity na to kay naka-meter per seconds. So kindly double check lang this one at this for this part if this is correctly calculated. Okay, another problem. A 7.48-meter long wire with diameter of 2.50 millimeter has a resistance of 0.0224 ohms at 20 degrees Celsius. What material is the wire most likely made of? And then letter B, what is the strength of the electric field needed so that a current of 3 amperes can flow through the wire? And then letter C, if the material's resistivity increases by 4.30, 4.30 times 10 to the negative 9 ohm meter, what is the new temperature of the wire? And at this new temperature, what will be the resistance of the wire? And how much current flows through the wire at this new temperature? So there's a lot of questions, or there's a lot of going on here. So let's start lang sa sugod. So what we have here first is that we're given with the dimension of the wire. We have the length, yung 7.48, and then we have the diameter of the wire, which is also 2.50 millimeters. And take note that here, we notice nga natagihatag the ani nga temperature. So at this temperature, at some initial temperature, we have initial po nga resistance, which is 0.224 ohms. So, first ang question na nato diyan is unsa man ang material most likely made of. So, since we're asking for the type, or what type of material is the wire made of, meaning to say what we're basically looking for here is or solving for is ang resistivity sa atong material. So, we're looking for the raw. And then letter B, what is the electric field strength needed to so that a current of 3 amperes can flow through the wire? So we have a current here, 3 amperes, and pilang electric field na to diyan na for this particular nga situation. If 3 amperes man gani ang mo-flow sa wire. And then accordingly, nag-increase by, so nag-increase ang atong ang ato ang kuan ang ato ang resistivity. Ang resistivity dili ang resistance. So ang resistivity increases by this value. So kanang 4.30 times 10 to the negative 9, that is our change in our rho, or our resistivity. And since increases man, so positive ang atong delta rho. So ang pangutana po din ni sa letter C is what would then be the temperature of the wire for this increase in the resistivity. And then follow na dayon ang kuan ang letter D ug letter E nga pila resistance pud ni ani nga temperature, and then pila pud ang kuan ang current through the this new temperature. So ang alpha will be given later. So this will be given later after we have identified, obviously kay naman tay variation of resistivity, temperature dependence of resistivity, and resistance na ani nga problem. So that means say kinahanglan ta sa temperature coefficient sa ato ang wire. So but since we still haven't identified what type of wire is this, or what this wire is most likely made of, then ato na nang i-provide later as soon as we determined what type of wire is this. So letter D ang resistance, and then letter E pila ang bagong nga current. So remember, nag-increase ang atong resistance in this case, ay resistivity. So mag-increase ang resistance. So we should expect that our final current is lesser than the one given in the initial condition nga 3 amperes. So for letter A, since ang atong pangita is ang resistivity raman, so there are only two equations related to resistivity, and that is ang resistance nga equation, ano siya nga equation, rho L over rho R is equal to rho L over A, or the other one nga katong change in rho is equal to uh, alpha times rho sub zero change in T. But since wala pa man tay final temperature dadto, so kani nga equation natong gamiton. So rewriting the equation, our resistivity or the kuan resistivity of the wire in this case is now remember ha nga kani siya nga resistance, this is at 20 degrees Celsius, degrees Celsius. So usually these are the reference nga temperature nga naabot tay constant nga value sa ato ang mga kuan given nga mga values sa atong resistivity. So the common value of the resistivities that we that would be usually given to you are the resistivity in kuan in at 20 degrees Celsius. Okay, so you have RA over L, and that is R resistance times par R squared over L. And then you have pi times R. Ang R na to is katong 0.0224. And then ang length na to is 7.48 meters. And then ang atong R kay katong diameter ang given gyapon, so i-divide na to 2 and then raise to 2. So we have the resistivity now, which is 1.47 times 10 to the negative 8 ohm meter. And this resistivity or this value is the resistivity of silver at 20 degrees Celsius. So meaning to say, ang atong material or ang atong wire karon diani is most likely made of silver. So kana siya. So notice na dito. So if you can try to check the kuan, check the different nga mga values of resistivity. So, di ba, kung manotice niyo kasagaran sa atong mga electrical wires, usually copper dyan ang atong ginagamit na. And ang reason for that is ang copper copper is one of the materials or conductor having the lowest nga conduct acid no resistivity. So ang silver ang I mean not silver, ang copper ang isa sa mga kuan, mga materials nga naay pinakagamay og resistivity. But even though gamay ang resistivity sa copper, dili ang copper ang nay pinakagamay. So remember, I think ang copper is 1.72 times 10 to the negative 8. And as you notice here, ang silver na to is 1.47. So that means to say, mas gamay pa jud og resistivity ang silver compared sa ato ang kuan sa ato ang copper. But ngano kaha nga kuan, nganong kasagara sa ato mga wirings kay copper man most likely ang ato ang kuan ang gamit nato. So try to analyze that one. So nganong copper man kasagara ang kuan nga buton na mas higher man ang resistivity sa copper, and then ang sa imong silver kay mas dako man ang sa mas gamay man ang resistivity sa silver. So dapat mas kuan favorable unta ang sa silver nga kuan nga as gamiton siya for wire, di ba? So try to analyze nganong mas usually ang atong wire kay kuan. But still remember sad na there are some instances gyapon, like for example sa mga experiments, particularly for kanabitang sa mga kanang mga sani experiments involving electrical properties, kasagara sa ilang ginagamit nga pangkuan pod naay mga mga ano to mag-measure sila og electrical properties nga ginagamitan nila og ang conduction sa kanang gina-enhance nila ang conduction sa ilahang setup by using kuan silver paste. So again, ang reason pod ana nganong silver paste gyapon kay kabalo naman ta nga mas lesser jud og kanang or ang silver has the least nga resistivity. So most likely siya jud ang makahatag og gamay nga resistance sa ato ang mga connections nato. So next na question, if a current of 3 amperes is allowed to flow through the wire, the strength of the electric field in the wire can be obtained using the Ohm's law. So katong Ohm's law nga rho is equal to E is equal to rho times J. And in this case, kay ang pangutanan nato kay ang electric field man, so we need to find out first the value of our current density. So the current density is again given by I over J. So given man ta sa katong current, and then ang A sa nato is masobra. So we can, in this case, I am directly substituting the equation for the J, I over A. Again ha, you can still individually get the value of J before ninyo i-substitute sa equation. So J here is given by I over A. So that's why our equation for the electric field becomes rho times I over A. but since our A is pi r squared, so that becomes rho times I over pi r squared. So by substitution, we now have 1.47 times 10 to the negative 8 ohm meter. And then you have times 3 amperes divided by pi times the radius nga gi-divide nimo ang diameter nga 2.50 times 10 to the negative 3 meter divided by 2, and that is raised to the power of 2. So in this case, the electric field in the conductor is would have a field would have a strength of 8.98 times 10 to the negative 3 volt per meter. Now remember, I think na-mention napud na ko ni in the previous nga chapter nga another unit for the electric field, although ang atong naandan kay ang electric field kay Newton per coulomb, ang another unit pud sa electric field would be volt per meter. From the equation sa katong VAB is equal to E times L. Katong V is equal to E times L. So from that, electric field is volt per meter. Okay. Pwede pod nato ni ma-solve ang problem gyapon by calculating first the kanang voltage niya. Makuha na to ang voltage sa imong conductor using Ohm's law, and then using the equation na katong gingon ako ganina nga V is equal to E times L. So from this one, equal naman ang duha ka VAB, so IR is equal to EL, and then your electric field here should be IR over L, and that is 3 times 0.024 over 7.48 amperes, giving us the same exact answer. So for letter C, since we have already determined that the material is silver, then the temperature coefficient of the silver is also given to be 0.0038 per Celsius degree or per Kelvin. So from that one, since ang atong ipangita di ba kay ang final temperature man, so pwede na to i-substitute gyapon. Remember nga ang given is ang change sa resistivity, ang increase sa resistivity. So we have to manipulate the equation first, this equation nga dapat mugawas ang change nato diani. So since ang row sub I pwede man nato man-distribute ani nga quantity, so pwede nato siya ma-expound into this one, and then libal natong row sub I sa picas, and that's why you have row final minus row initial diani, which is now our change in the resistivity. So divide dayon the whole equation by the alpha times rho sub I, and then ang mabilis sa atong equation kay T final minus T initial. And then if transpose ang T initial, T final would then be the change in resistivity divided by alpha times resistivity plus T sub I. That is now the change in resistivity is a positive 4.30 times 10 to the negative 9 ohm meter divided by the alpha nga 0.0038 per Kelvin times 1.47 times 10 to the negative 8 ohm meter as the initial resistance of our resistivity of the silver plus 20 degrees. So, mo man ang initial na tong temp. So, the temperature of the silver wire, in this case, karon when it's, or the temperature of the silver, if its resistivity increases by this amount, is 97 degrees Celsius. So, we have 97 degree Celsius diyan ha. And at this new temperature, the resistance also increases. So mag-increase sad siya. So the new resistance would then be, as given from the equation, Ri times the whole quantity 1 plus alpha change in temperature. That is 0.0224 ohms times 1 plus 0.0038 per Kelvin times 97 minus 20 degrees Celsius. So remember, mag-increase dapat. So ganina 0.0224. So our final resistance karon becomes 0.0290. And from that, or again, alternative set nga solution nato dani. We have an alternative nga solution dani using the equation nga rho L over A. So since nanon tay final, masolve na to ang final dani using this value. I-add lang to na to tong kaning 4.30 sa atong initial nga resistivity katong 1.48 I think. So kato siya nga part. So with that one, okay, so as you can see, i-add ni ang change. So sa 1.47. So ang bagong resistivity sa silver at this temperature is 1.90 times 10 to the negative 8 ohm meter. So with that, if ato siyang substitute sa katong equation nato sa rho L over A, mao rin siya po na ang makuha na nga answer. And then the electric field established between the ends of the wire remains the same even if the temperature increases. So change siya, the same ra gyapon ang ato ang ang electric field maskin pag nag-increase ang ato ang kuan kay kung ang atong electric field related naman na sa charges, so wala may na-change sa charges nga nag-accumulate dito sa imuhang higher potential sa imong lower potential sa imong circuit. So as isa na siya. But ang nahitabulan ni as nag-increase ang imong temperature, ang mag-change lang is ang resistance. So since wala man nag-change ang electric field, wala po nag-change ang voltage nato or ang potential difference. So unless na lang kung ang imuhang output voltage kay ato mismong gi-adjust nato. So in this case, same ra ang potential nila. So VI is equal to ang ang old nga sa ni not ang old, ang initial nga voltage is equal to the final nga voltage. But remember nga ang atong voltage kay I times R man, so that means say IFRF is equal to I sub I times R sub I. So ang final na to nga current as you notice now is inversely proportional to the final nga resistance. So nag-increase ang imong final nga resistance. So ang ato pong answer would also increase. I mean decrease. Mag-decrease na tayo ng atong current. You have 2.32 amperes. Ganina, it was 3 amperes. But now, it has decreased to 2.32 amperes. Another example. Okay, you have the free electron density. So this is another example. This is also another term for our concentration of koan particles. You have the free electron density. So the free electron density in a cylindrical copper wire is 8.50. So for a copper, mao po niya ang iyahang na ang concentration niya. You have 8.50 times 10 to the 28 electrons per cubic meter. So when the copper is at 20 degrees Celsius, the field strength in the wire is 0.0600 Newton per coulomb. Then the question is, what is the drift speed of the electrons in the wire? And then if the potential across the wire is 12 millivolts and the resistance between its end is 4.38 milliohms, what must be the diameter of the copper wire? And letter C, how much current flows through the wire? And letter D, how much power is delivered to that segment of the wire? So kaning letter D, what we're asking is the power delivered to a pure resistance kay wire na to na may resistance ang atong wire. So for letter A, ang atong ipangita is drift velocity. So we can use simply the equation for the kuan, uh, current density na J is equal to E over ang rho. And then given naman ta sa ato ang kuan copper man ta, so we can find out the or so sila we can search for the kuan, you can search for the density of the not density, sorry, the resistivity of the copper, and then given sa electric field sa ato ang kuan sa atong wire initially. So from that equation, since J is E over rho, so we can write the equation na J equals NQVD as E over rho equals NQV sub D. So from that equation, V sub D is then equal to E over NQ times ang rho, which is now 0.06 divided by 8.50 times 10 to the 28, and then times 1.602 times 10 to the negative 19, and the and the resistivity of the copper is 1.72. So motong ingon kanina, di ba? Ang silver is 1.47, but ang copper is greater, 1.72 times 10 to the negative 8 ohm meter. So the drift velocity for the electrons in this wire would now then be 2.56 times 10 to the negative 4 meter per second. And again, given man gyapon ta sa field strength nato kanon og ang potential, pila ang potential difference niya. So solve na to ang kuan. So remember ha, if natay electric field ug natay potential difference, ma-solve jud na to ang length sa atong wire na. So from that value, the length of the wire is VAB over E, and that is 12 times 12 millivolts man. So we have 12 times 10 to the negative 3 volts divided by our electric field na 0.0600 Newton per coulomb or volt per ampere. So the length would then be 0.2 or 20 centimeter. So why do we have to calculate L? Kaya di ani pangitaon na to ang radius or ang diameter sa atong wire. So given man sa takaron sa ato ang resistance, we're given with the resistance of our wire gani and natay na so nga length niya. So from the equation nga rho equal from R equals rho L over A. And again, our A is pi R squared. So our R dayon, our R squared, or ang atong R, would then be equal to the square root of the rho L over pi times R. And that would be 1.72 times 10 to the negative 8 ohm meter. And then you have times 0.2 times divided by pi times 4.38 times 10 to the negative 33 ohms. And the radius of our wire is now 5 times 10 to the negative 4 meter, or that is 0.5 times 10 to the negative 3. Sorry, 5, ang answer is 5 times 10 to the negative 4 meter, or that is 0.5 times 10 to the negative 3 meter, which is 0.5 millimeter. So diameter man atong ipangita, so twice that value. So 2 times 5 times 10 to the negative 4, we have 1.0 times 10 to the negative 3 meter. And sorry, my bad, this is not 1 centimeter. This is 1 millimeter. So you have 1 times 10 to the negative 3 meter, or 1 millimeter. And then next, the current through the wire can be directly obtained using Ohm's law, and that is VAB is equal to IR. So I is equal to VAB over R, that is 12 times 10 to the negative 3 volts, or 12 millivolts, divided by 4.38 milliohms, or 4.38 times 10 to the negative 3 ohms, giving us a current of 2.74 amperes. Another alternative solution for this is using the equation of I equals NQVDA, given naman ta sa ato ang N nato, and then given sa ta sa ato ang kabalo sa charge sa electron, and ganina na solve na pud nato ang drift velocity nila, and then you have the area nga pi r squared. So na-solve na pud nato ang kuan asa ni ang R na to ganina. So you have katong 5 times 10 to the negative 4. So, kani, so may bad here. I forgot to write squared. Then, nani squared na rin dapat. So, this is ang N. This is ang charge sa electron. This is the drift velocity we have calculated in letter A. And this should be pi r squared. Di dapat nani squared. Still, I think I have calculated this correctly ragyapon, and the answer still yields the same value nga 2.74 amperes. And then from the equation of the power ng VAB times I, that would then be 12 millivolts, or 12 times 10 to the negative 3 times 2.74 amperes. So that would be 0.0329 watts, or kung atong i-scientific notation, this would be 32.9 or 3.29 times 10 to the negative 2. But it can also be commonly written as 32.9 times 10 to the negative 3 watts, which is known as 32.9, or which will be read as 32.9 milliwatts. So we can use the other equation katong IR squared OV squared R over R sad, and still the same gihapon na itong makuha. So for example, kanang equation B squared over R, so still the same, and I squared times R, still exactly the same. Another problem. The current through the ends of a 1.50 meter long aluminum wire uh, is and having a diameter of 2 millimeter is 1.25. Again, the current through the aluminum wire having a length of 1.50 meters and diameter of 2 millimeters is 1.25 amperes. So what happens daw sa current through the wire if its length is increased to 3 meters while keeping okay, and hindi lang natani nga problem. Okay, this is simply by manipulating the L, A, and katong kwan, L and A sa atong equation sa equations. So let's just skip this problem. Okay, let's try this one. So this is not a problem on series parallel nga kwan ha, but this is related to the one that we have uh mentioned ganina katibitong, if the battery is an ideal source, or if the battery has an internal resistance. So a resistor is a resistor is consists of color bands of red, blue, black, gold. So red, blue, black, gold, kibali ang resistor na to. It is connected to a battery having an EMF of 50 volts and an internal resistance. So dati battery, the real source of EMF na to, ang battery nga nasa internal resistance. To what range of resistance that the actual resistance of the resistor fall in between? So range man. So meaning to say, we're asking for the range in which makuan sa imong tolerance gani, ang tolerance value sa imong resistor or resistance sa imong resistor. And the letter B, what is the voltage across the terminals of the battery? And letter C, how much current flows through the conductor? And in a duration of 1 minute, how much electrical energy is dissipated due to the internal resistance of the battery? So let's try to solve this. So we're given with the resistance ng red, blue, black, and gold. And then you have the EMF ng 50 volts. The internal resistance, the small r, na 3.90 ohms. And then these are our unknowns, the range of R, the VAB, the voltage of the battery, the terminal voltage of the battery, and then the current through the wire or through the whole circuit, and then pila ang loss of energy dianhi sa ato ang battery karon. So let's try to solve the first part. So since we have red, blue, black, and gold, usually ang atong fourth color band kay kasagara pinaka-common na ginagamit nga color for the fourth color band is either gold or silver. Ang gold being 5%, 5 may plus minus 5% of tolerance, and then ang silver is plus minus 10%. So sila ang nay pinaka ay dili po sila ang nay pinakagamay, pero commonly silang duha ang naay kasagara ginagamit nato. So the resistance is follow. So again, ang R nato first digit, second digit, and then the multiplier ang tolerance nato. So naman yung ato ang data na to. So for the block, I mean for the, remember katong ingon nga, all we have to do is remember the 0 to 9 for each of the kuan. And by the way, here are also the kanang table for the this includes a table for the tolerance side. So notice nga ang silver is plus minus 10%, ang gold is plus minus 5%. And then if wala kuno'y color, ikaupat nga color, that means to say plus minus 20% ang imong kuan. But remember, there are still other colors having much lesser tolerance, ang green, blue, and even violet. So, and even red sad. And on the other hand, ang brown, dako siya og kanang tolerance. So, motong giingon nga, di ba, normally iabay raman nato ang kuan, ang first ug ang second digit, iabay. So dili siya necessarily i-multiply. Di siya i-multiply ha, although more siya isumpay at imo ang gibot is isumpay. And when you do that, ang gibot imo is katong first digit is gi-multiply nimo og 10, and then plusan nimo kung pila ang value sa 5 digit. So since we have red, then blue, and then asa to black, black, I think that was black, and then gold. So red is pilang value sa red is 2, ang blue is 6, so that means to say this would be 26. And then okay, natay 2 ug 6 dana, and ang atong black kay kuan man ang atong black kanang 0, so that means to say kani siya na dayon. So we have here, so 2 times 10, you have 20 plus 6, so mo to iabay lang 2 ug 6, 26. And then ang atong block kay ang iyang multiplier is simply 1 raman, kay ang block is 0 mo pud ang iyang number, 10 to the 0 is 1. So you have 26 times 10 to the 0 is simply 26 times 1, which is 26 ohms. So the resistance of this wire, of this resistor having red, blue, black, gold na color bands is just 26 ohms. And since ang atong ipangita is ang range man sa actual niyang kuan sa iyang tolerance. So meaning to say, pila man ang 5% sa imuhang 26 ohms, and then mo na itong i-minus karon sa 26 ohms na din, and then meaning to say with lower value, upper limit o lower limit ana nga value mo na ang murag chances nga if mag-measure ta using the tester, dira na to makita ang value or ang resistance sa ato ang wire kay bali or sa resistor. So the tolerance for the gold is plus minus 5%. So ang upper limit na to is syempre kuan na tong 5% kuan na tong 5% ang kuan ang sani ang 26 that I think would be pila man na siya. Most likely ano ba 2.6, let me just say 1.3. 26 so 1.3 so natay 1.3 so mo na di ba 1.3 ang imuhang ang equivalent nga 5% sa 26 is 1.3 so meaning to say ang lower bound ato lang i-minus tong 1.3 o sa ato ang stated nga kuan resistance which is 26 so 26 minus 1.3 mo nang natay 24.7 dan ha and then ang upper bound is i-add po nato tuntong 1.3 so you have 26 plus 1.3 you have 27.3 ohms. So nganong ning ani ang dating ani niya kay remember ang anong ako gibuhat nga lower bound ug upper bound kay ikuan ako sa 100 kay ang lower bound i-minus man na tong minus nga sign dadto sa original. So ang original that means say ang 100% mismo. So 100% minus 5% for the lower bound and 100 plus 5% sa upper nga bound which is 95% and 105% respectively. And in terms of decimal, that would be 0.95 and 1.05. So meaning to say, multiply na dito na itong value sa R na 26 ohms. So next, letter B. The potential difference across the terminals of the battery can be obtained using Ohm's law. So, diyan nga case, ang ato ang kuan diyan unknown pa ta sa value sa atong kuan gani. Remember ha, ang gipangita is ang potential difference nato. So karon na natay real source gani. So duha man ta tong equation. Kung real source gani siya, I mean kung ideal EMF is equal to VAB. Kung dili ang imong EMF ang imong VAB is equal to E minus IR. But ang VAB also by Ohm's law is equal to I times R. So equate nato nando ka equation kani. So VAB sa resistor kay ang voltage sa terminal is mo po ang voltage sa imong resistor karon siya ra may naka-connect sa imong battery. So same dapat sila potential or voltage. So voltage sa imong battery is equal to the voltage sa imong resistor. So munang naka VAB is equal to IR. And then kani ato ning i-substitute kani nga equation karon ato ning or having the equation nga I is equal to VAB over R. Eh, remember ha, ang atong ipangita is ang voltage man. So, meaning to say we have to first find the voltage before ang current. So, atong buhaton din is i-substitute lang nato ng equation sa current diri sa equation nato sa katong real source. So, VAB is equal to E minus IR and that would be E minus VAB over R times R. So, notice nga karon na kay VAB equals E minus VAB times R over R. So natay duha ka term nga kaning na VAB kaning sa left side nga VAB alone and then ang sa right side nga kaning VAB times na factor nga 1 over R. So kung atong i-combine ang duha ka side kani siya mo naman ni siya ang final atong ganina nga equation. So VAB is equal to E minus VAB times small r over capital R. So combine na itong naiparehas ng VAB. So that would then be gawas ang VAB. So we have 1 plus R over R. And then i-divided na to siya sa EMF. So ang ato na yung value for the terminal voltage of the battery is 50 divided by 1 plus 3.9 for the internal resistance divided by this resistor of the circuit ng 26 ohms. So the potential difference is 43.48. Now remember 'di ba kung ang na-mention ako ganina, if ang battery gani siya ang gahatag or ga-supply nag-act as source, meaning to say ang iyang terminal voltage mas lower dapat sa EMF. So ang EMF na to kay 50 volts man. So ang iyang terminal voltage is lesser which is 43.48 volts na dayon. The terminal voltage across a real source of EMF is always less than its actual EMF. Okay, so going back from Ohm's law, So although remember ha, so remember lang sa atong problem, iuna nato pangita ang voltage kaysa sa current. So motong ni ato atong process. Pero kung current po na ang ato ang kuan ang atong isolve una mag systems of two equations gyapon ta katong gigamit ra gyapon natong equation. But instead ang VAB ang atong i-equal kay parehas sa man ang duha ka VAB. So murag mahulog na to nga E minus IR, E minus I small r, and that is equal to I times capital R kung current ang unang ipangita. Pero potential man, matong ganina ang atong ngani atong solution. Karon na naman tay potential, so ang ato ang current karon is would then be Ohm's law, yeah, V over R or VAB over R, that is 43.48 volts over 26 ohms. So you have 1.67 amperes. Or on the other equation, pwede pod kani I is equal to E minus VAB all over R. So parehas sa gihapon. Now remember lang ha nga ang atong gigamit diri sa particular sa Ohm's law, ang atong gigamit is ang 43. Kay mao man to ang voltage sa imong resistor. So dili man siya di man ang voltage sa imong resistor dili man 50, so dili 50 volts ang atong gigamit nato. Ang 50 volts is mao lang to ang maximum nga EMF sa imong battery if wala siya internal resistance. Pero ang terminal voltage sa imong battery kay mao pud na ang terminal voltage sa tanan, but ang combination sa tanang naka-connect sa iyaha sa imong battery. And then letter C, the amount of energy dissipated due to the internal resistance of the battery can be determined by getting pila man ang output power or output power sa imuhang battery ug pila man pud ang na-deliver karon sa imuhang resistor. So kay naa may loss, so meaning to say pila man ang energy nga na-loss karon as naigi-release ang imong source na na-receive ang imuhang ang kuan ang imuhang ang resistor. So pila man ang na-dissipate dito karon nga dito sa battery or sa internal resistance pa lang sa imuhang battery. From the equation nga power is equal to work over time or energy over time, then ang energy is equal to power times time na dayon. So for remember kay generally naaman tay maximum nga potential, so ang ato ang kuan ni natay total nga energy due to the EMF, and then ang putay energy nga ma-deliver padulong sa atong resistor nato, so which is kani P times T gyapon. Pero ang atong equation ni anhi is that for the EMF, ang atong gamiton nga value sa equation sa V times I ay katong kuan niya, EMF mismo. Kay mo man to yung maximum nga voltage, so mo pod ang maximum nga energy nga ayang ihatag. So you have 50 volts times 1.67 times I think 1 minute man tong naka-mention, so 1 minute that is 60 seconds. So you have 5,016.72 joules, which is this is the output energy of the EMF, not the battery ha. This is not the battery, but rather the EMF nato na siya. And then, ang kani, ang power input sa ato ang kuan, power input or ang energy input sa ato ang resistor is kani, VAB times I na dahil. So, VAB na itong gigamit na ni kay mao naman ni ang iyahang ang energy nga ni correspond after na naay na-dissipate tungod sa internal resistance. Now take note sad nga ang energy input sa imong resistance is mao pod ang energy output sa imong tibuok battery. Tibuok battery ha, so meaning to say apil ang katong nawala sa kuan, I mean not nawala, minus ang nawala sa tungod sa internal resistance niya. Kay kaning una kaning 5,000 mao man ni nga ang maximum nga mahatag unta sa battery kung wala siya internal resistance. Karon kay naman siya internal resistance, so ang iyang nahatag is kanilang, which is also mao pod niyang ma-receive sa atong resistor. So i-minus lang nato ni, then ang energy loss because of the internal resistance is 654.36 joules na dayon. Alternatively sad, you can still directly solve the problem by again using the equation for the katong V squared over R, or even di ko not the V squared over R, kay wala man ta kabalo kung pila ang potential naa sa imong internal resistor. But what we know is that through the circuit, the same naman ang inang current. So meaning to say, mora to nga current, and then you have the small r na diode. So this should be I squared R times T. So kani IR ang atong gamiton, I squared R rather ang atong gamiton dani. So 1.67 ampere squared times 3.90 times 60 seconds. So you have the same answer na 654.36. Okay, I think I do not know if this would be the last problem, but let's try to see. The potential difference across the terminals of a battery is 8.40 when there is a current of 1.50 amperes in the battery from the negative to the positive terminal. So bear in mind, remember the current flows from within the battery. Ang 1.5 ampere nga current karon nag-flow sa battery from the negative to the positive terminal. So take nota, ang 1.5 is from negative to positive. So meaning to say, in this case, the battery act as the source here. Siya nag-act as source. And then, when the current of 3.50 amperes in the reverse direction, so reverse na, the potential becomes, or the potential difference becomes 10.2 volts. Di ba, atong ingon ako ganina na normally kung siya ang nag-act as source, lower jud ang iyang potential or iyang voltage compared sa EMF. But if siya ang gi-chargean, siya ang tagaan og energy, that means to say most likely yang terminal voltage kay mas dako compared sa iyang EMF. So ang pangutana karon sa problem is what is the internal resistance of the battery? And then letter B, what is the EMF of the battery? And letter C, how much power in horsepower is delivered by the battery to the circuit, and how much power in HP is delivered by the battery to by the circuit. So take note, duha ni ka question. Sa letter C, how much power in HP is delivered by the battery to the circuit. So to the circuit, siya ang gahatag. And sa letter D, sad kay how much power in HP is delivered to the battery by the circuit. So if this one here and letter D, this is in the case when the battery was being charged na dayon siya. So balikon ako ang first situation kani natay V1 nga 8.40, and then I moves from the negative to positive terminal, and then ang I2, sorry, this is I2 not I1. You have 3.50 from the positive to, or reverse direction from positive to negative, and V sub 2 in this case is 10.20. So murag ang nahulog nga nahitabo sa katong kani siya nga situation mo ni ang katong ingon ako nga siya ang nag-act og source sa circuit. So natay resistor nga naka-connect sa iya karon dianha. And then although it doesn't really matter kung unsa na pila na nga resistor. And then sa second nga situation is that ang nahitabo karon is that ang battery na sad nato karon ang gi-charge by another greater nga kuan, sana greater nga power supply. Although we do not know kung pila man ganina siya, but some point is siya na pud ang gi-chargean or siya na pud ang gitagaan og energy ana from the other source. So ang pangutana karon is ang internal resistance, ang EMF sa battery, pila ang output nga power sa imuhang battery as siya ang ga-charge, and then siya ang hatag og energy, and then ang lastly is pila pod ang input nga power sa battery karon kung siya ang gitagaan sa energy. So in letter A ug sa B, so natay do ka equation diyan so katong equation nga E minus IR kung siya ang source, siya ang gahatag og energy. Katong ay kaduha pod is V is equal to, or VAB is equal to E plus IR if siya ang gi-charge gibali. So katong kanang duha, so since ang sa duha ka voltage na to ang 8.40 man ang mas lesser kaysa sa 10.20, most likely katong 8.40 siya tong while sa case na siya ang gahatag sa source, ang 10.20 mo tong case nga siya ang gi-charge sa lahi nga battery. So diani ang ga-change nila diyan is lahang voltage ug ang terminal voltage ug ang current. Pero ang constant ani nila is ang ilang EMF ug ang ilang internal resistance. So pwede na to i-combine ang duha ka equation. So pwede sa nato daan nga i isa na kuan i-express ang equation in terms of what is EMF for the two kay equal mas nag EMF, and then i-equate na dahil ang duha ka equation. So once equated, you have V1 plus I1R, and that is equal to V2 minus I2R. Combine all the terms containing R, and that is I1R plus I2R, and then i-transfer pud sa pikas ang terms nga walay R or internal resistance. So that's why you have V sub 2 minus V sub 1. So since we have I1R plus I2R, pwede na ma-factor out ang R, and that would be I1 plus I2 times R, and that is equal to V sub 2 minus V sub 1. Then that means to say ang internal resistance sa diode would be V2 minus V1 all over I1 plus I2, which is 10.2 minus 8.40 divided by 1.5 plus 3.5, which is equal to 0.36 ohms. So kana siya. Next, letter B na dayon, using sa duha ka equation nga atong gisolve gigamit ganina, or katong gi-derive na tong equation sa EMF bitaw katong V1 plus I1R o V2 E equals V2 minus I2R. So either sa duha masolve na dahil natong EMF. So for example, V1 plus I1R, it is 8.40 times 1.5 times 0.36. You have 8.94. And then second one is V2 minus I2R. You have 10.20 minus 3.5 times 0.36. You have 8.94 volts gyapon. So again, the terminal voltage of the battery is greater than its EMF when it is being charged. Motong ingon ganina nga ang terminal voltage mo dako lang siya kaysa sa imong EMF if ang battery kay siya ang gi-charge. So the power output of the battery, siya ang gaa ka source is katong atong ka case nga siya ang gaa ka source, so katong V1. So atong gamiton ka value dito is ang V1 ug ang I1. So it's anyway, I na in mind ani kani siya nga equation kay katong maning V1 is equal to E minus IR man. So pwede ra gyapon na siya i-substitute, but since given naman ta sa V1 ug I1, so diretso ra nga 8.40 times 1.5. So that is 12.6 watts. And then let's convert this one to horsepower or HP. And that is, ang 1 horsepower is equal to 746 watts. So the power output of the battery as it is connected to the to the to an external circuit or to an external resistor would be 0.01689 HP or 0.01689 horsepower. Meanwhile, if siya ang katong gi-charge, siya ang gi-charge, so ang atong gamiton is katong V2I2. So that would be 10.20 volts times 3.50. So, sorry, this is na 12.6. Wala lang ako ni na-edit. Kindly double check here. But in terms of horsepower, kani ang answer. You have 0.04786 na dayon. Okay, let me check what is this one. Okay. Okay, so nakakuha naman series parallel naman so kabalo naman sa ni siya nga part. So this is all for our chapter 14, part 1. So expect that tomorrow we'll be having a sit work na pod regarding the topics we have discussed in this video. So that would be all.